Okay, we're back. I had a little bit of time. I leveled fucking everything. So we now have every class completed up to the job unlocked, right? And we've done Pugilist, Marauder, Conjurer, and Archer. We've done all of the class quests. So, I still need to do Lancer, Rogue, Thaumaturge, Arcanist, and Gladiator. All the class quests. So that when we progress the story, we can unlock the job role quests. So yeah, there's that. That's good. That's to look forward to. In fact, that can be... Let's not put it up to 200, but yeah, we can have it larger. I was leveling my crafters and gatherers. So gatherers, we've got both miner and botanist up to level 41. Fisher, I don't care about as much. So I'm going to level that up with more ocean fishing during the event at some point, but I'm not worried about getting it up. And then as you can see, our crafters are either in the teens or they're in the 20s. So I haven't got any of them up to 30 just yet, but that's fine. My main goal is to be able to repair my own equipment. Because if I can repair my own stuff, that is a massive way to help reduce costs in just running your character. Not that repair costs are necessarily that much, but dark matter is a lot cheaper. And you can repair your gear a lot higher. I also got a whole bunch of storm seals whilst I was doing things, and I completed the Maelstrom's first level of the hunting log, which means that we can unlock the next rank with them. I bought a bunch of ventures. I did a few gates over in the Gold Saucer. Yeah, I've done kind of a lot. Yeah. What do you want now? You just want 6k. And I think Storm Sergeant 2nd class is when I unlock being able to turn in gear. What is this and why can't I use it? Okay, I'm not the right rank for it yet. That's fine. What about you? I'm also not the right rank for it. Okay, so I need to get that rank up so that I can unlock hunts, and then I need to unlock hunts this stream. Because then I can start doing hunts off stream as well. Yeah. Now I was leveling crafter stuff before starting the stream, so let's talk to our peeps. First things first, you've got some stuff for me. So you're now level 20. Nice. Lalafell lentils. Yummy. Okay, so, because you're a gatherer class, I actually care about you having equipment that increases your gathering. If I was to give you these cotton work gloves, you would have enough. That is currently what I'm using for gear, but I desperately need to upgrade those anyway. So that's absolutely fine. Perception, I don't believe does anything for retainers, so that's fine. Because this goes off of their gathering stat. Yeah. Cool, so that's them sent off. Now I just need to drop off a whole load of shit. Wait, no, that's food. Food goes in the other one. Because that's the system that I have decided to use. So. I wish there was a quicker way to do this. So in my leveling stuff up, and my copious amounts of running the same goddamn 4 dungeons, we may have some more gear. I'm gonna end up filling this one up real fucking quick, huh? Yeah, okay, I should take... So the sinew can stay here, but I should take... Maybe not the bone chips, because I know those are used. Take the fangs. Oh yeah, let's take all these. All of the like animal, alchemical. But I do want to keep the alumen in here because that's really useful for leather worker. Okay, we'll do it that way. I have greatly built up on inventory compared to before. But yeah, so this should mainly be foodstuffs, stuff from hunting animals, and alchemical things. And I think that way we can have a system that kind of makes sense and hopefully doesn't fill up too fucking quickly. Whilst being able to keep my inventory, relatively clear. That's all cooking or alchemical. That all needs to. Okay, sweet. There's also a side quest that I want to get done today, which involves the map. Because currently, I cannot do anything with the map. So I need to unlock the things in order to do the things. Done. Okay, so let's go to... I think I need wine pour. Yeah, I think they need wine. Also, have I done my roulette yet? No, and it is healer in need. So you know what? Let's quickly just do... We'll do a dungeon. The quest that I need is right here. I did teleport to the right place. We'll come back and do that after these. But yeah, I want to unlock the Sunken Temple of Calm this stream, because that dungeon is a part of the current event, and so if I end up farming that, I'll get stuff for the current event. Which, you know, is something that I probably should have thought of before I went and farmed a shit ton of dungeons, because I could have already been doing it. But, oh well. It is what it is. This should give us enough storm seals that we can go and rank up with the Maelstrom after this as well. I've also realized from leveling every class up to 30, Black Mage. I am not good at Black Mage. I don't... The style of MP management for a Black Mage is very, very different. I just feel like I have no mobility. I don't really do that much damage yet. Yeah. Maybe the skills or whatever that I'll get from the class quests makes it better. But it's probably safe to say that I am not going to be a Black Mage main. Not that I think that was ever really on the card. But yeah, it feels extremely different from pretty much any other class that I've played so far. Okay, you don't need to kill everything, my guy. You only get experience from the bosses. You don't get experience from the monsters. be fair, I really don't need that. Whilst I'm in a dungeon. I also found it whilst I was leveling Arcanist that I'm really kind of bored by the Arcanist combo. And you know, this comes from someone that mains White Mage, which has like 3 fucking buttons. But it just feels like, at least at the moment, all I do is ruin, run through summoning the different color carbuncles once every like 2 minutes. Maybe do some festas somewhere in there. But otherwise I'm just doing ruin. Whereas I remember when you just had, like, even by this point, I would have had, like, 2 or 3 damage over time abilities as an Arcanist. But I also remember Carbuncle doing more. But that might be me getting confused with Summoner. Yeah, my current plan is to do the class quests. If we can get more of those done, so that we can polish them off for now, that'd be great. Do the Sylph management quest, which will then unlock the secondary jobs. And then I can unlock White Mage, do all of the A Realm Reborn story quests for White Mage. And if I can unlock Scholar, that'll, one, make leveling Scholar and Summoner, because they're linked as an Arcanist subtype. I can level up my Summoner and my Scholar by just running dungeons as Scholar on Healer Roulette. I mean, he said they were going to release him, and then he didn't. Oh yeah, now that I'm level 50, I should also be able to unlock Samurai. just to add another class. I think Red Mage is an MSQ lock, so I wouldn't be able to unlock that. Okay, this guy just wants to kill fucking everything. That's fine. We really don't, though. It's okay. It's okay. Especially given that this area can lead to deaths with tanks running around, because the pillars can break line of sight for heals, which is very annoying. Is he gonna watch the cutscene? No. Let me just cut this guy out and just say, just focus on him. You don't need to do anything. Just DPS. That's all. That's all this needs. Balancing of this dungeon just went way out of whack. And I got a triple triad card, which I already have, so I can sell it. Wait, do I have from the deck? No, no I don't. Give me that. Got it. Nice. Now I don't ever have to do this dungeon again. Woohoo! And that should have taken us... Yeah, that'll give us enough to get the next rank. So, treasures and tribulations. Fancy yourself a romantic friend? Do you often find yourself gazing off into the horizon, yearning to travel in search of storied relics left behind by the heroes of yore? Yes, you say. And do I ever have a proposal for you? I was accosted the other day by a slobbering drunkard. Bear with me now. I assure you, this gets better. Who most eagerly regaled me, from what I could gather amidst a slurred speech and copious amounts of spittle, that is, with the tale of a treasure map he had stumbled upon in his travels. Now, I don't recall the particulars. I was emptying my innards of some foul swill at the time, you see, but it sounded rather convincing to my ale-addled brain. What I do remember is that the fellow mentioned striking out at first light from Raincatcher Gully to visit a miner friend. Should the prospect of hunting for hidden riches set your heart aflutter, I recommend you might still find him there. So, treasure map. Once every 18 hours, as a gathering... Jesus Christ. That's a poor location for an aggressive hunt. That I probably cannot solo on Kundra. Because my gear still isn't level 50. I have upgraded it. But for the most part, I got that from our retainer, if anyone's wondering. Yeah, you can get one once every 18 hours whilst gathering, and then you can go and find the treasure and get shit. Hidden treasures, huh? Another gill-crazed greenhorn reeled in by Ealdwine's tall tales, eh? Yes, Ealdwine. That's the doddering fool's name. And mind ye, I've not known him to limit his consumption to any one type of brew. I saw him just the other day, I did, clutching some tattered piss-yellow parchment like it was made of solid mithril. This is my ticket to fortune, he blabbered, not half so eloquently, mind you, before stumbling out the tavern doors and promptly falling flat on his mug like as not. Did I see the map myself, you say? Did I ever? Why, the fool shoved it in my face so many times that I swear the mould left the page to take up residence in my nostrils. 'Twas a mess of blue and brown splotches that Ealdwine swore was Camp Bronzelake, with a big red X to the southeast. You're not thinking of going there, are you? Take my word for it. You'll find naught but a sorry drunkard and his sack of broken dreams. Sounds like an amazing time. Who goes there? Wait, don't tell me. You've come to help old Ildwine dig for buried treasure. Well, I have you know I'm faring just fine by myself. Just look at that beauty over there. Not that I can blame you for being jealous of my vast riches. Lucky for you, I'm feeling generous today. So here's the deal. I'll give you the honour of opening my latest discovery. That's right. For one precious moment, you can walk in the shoes of Ildwine, treasure hunter extraordinaire. Go on. The casket won't bite or nothing. Oh no! And this is generally what happens whenever you open a treasure. A group of enemies will spawn, you kill them, and then you get what's in the jersey. But they can be scaled differently. So some maps are supposed to be opened by a single person, and some are supposed to be opened by a party of 8. But they are synced to levels appropriate to what region you acquired them in. It's like right now, this is a level like 40-ish, high 30s, low 40s map. But once you get to the ones that require 8 people, they can be a little bit awkward to try and do solo. Because there's a chance that they'll spawn an instanced dungeon, which you will get level synced down into. So even if you're level 90, the current cap, and you're doing a level 60 treasure map, if you spawn that dungeon and go into it, you'll become level 60 whilst you're in it. And so then you're fucked because you're by yourself. Seven hells! Where's those nasty buggers come from? Why, if I had my trusty pickaxe with me, I'd have split their skulls clean in. 2. Where in the world did those things go anyway? What's this? Look, all Edelweiss had the finest Eorzea has to offer, from the drowning wench to Bushkaron Struthers. And he ain't seen nothing like... Great Byrot Scott! It's a trap, that's what it was. Opening a casket shattered this here bottle, and this foul schlop poured out, luring them nasty buggers with it. Told you'd be more careful. Now hand over the loot. You may have opened the casket, but 'twas old Ildwine that did the dirty work. What, that's it? You gave me everything? Why, I got more last time I sold me undergarments for grog money. You ain't hiding nothing from me, are you? Well, looks like we got no choice. We got to go out and search bigger and better treasure. Not the same treasure, of course. Can't hold your hand forever, so sit back and let old Ildwine impart you proper trove of knowledge on treasure hunting. Firstly, you find yourself a map. Once you have your map, you decipher it. That means you look at it, nice and good like. Then, when you've figured out where your treasure is hiding, you go there. And you go. Sounds simple, right? I might make it look easy, but I can assure you, it ain't. Treasure hunting demands sharp eyes and a sharper mind. But don't be discouraged. Own your skills, like old Ildwine, and treasures are sure to follow. Now, if you'll excuse me, my throat's feeling dry. This won't even buy me a swig of the wench's cheapest grog. What's a man to do to drown his sorrows? I like how we were peeking through the queue there. That was kind of cute. So now I can decipher this, which I couldn't do before. And there we go. We need to go to Lower Lenosha and find somewhere on the map that looks similar to that. Which would be right around here. So if I was to... Where's the closest place? Teleport to, that would be Swift Perch. If we teleport to Swift Perch, we can then go into the other map and do it. Hey, Icy. Base class only. I am still on level 20 MSQ, so I haven't done self-management yet in order to unlock jobs. Yeah. The only reason I'm level 50 is so that I can unlock hunts. So I can, replenish my Aetheryte tickets and buy riding maps and stuff like that. But I'm also doing all of the class quests in one chunk. So, like, we've already done Marauder, Conjurer, Pugilist, and Archer. So I still need to do Gladiator, Lancer, Rogue, Thaumaturge, and Arcanist. Just all of the quests. Yeah. I've also got my Chocobo up to rank 9 already. Where am I going? I need to be... It's down. Yeah. Forgot that was already on my mount. Apparently my brain... Jesus Christ. Apparently my brain isn't quite with it, and then I was just running into a fucking... sapling. Yeah, that'll work. I also apparently can't open a bag of candy. We're just gonna do that. And say fuck it. Hold up a second. Motherfucker. I teleported to the wrong region. Okay then, well... That'll still be quicker. I just realized that you were probably asking, what the fuck do I get out of Mora? If I'm only using base classes. Because the title is Conjurer, Pugilist, Marauder. No, it's just I haven't got the jobs for them yet. But those are the 3 classes that I intend to main at the moment. Treasure hunting is so much nicer when you can fly. Hold up. I was looking at it inverted, wasn't I? Was I? Yeah, for some reason I'd gotten the colors mixed up and was thinking it was gonna be up here, but no, it's right here. Should have just teleported back to Lipsa. That would have worked. Wait, why did I get rid of my Geisel Greens? Did I put those in with my fucking retainer, didn't I? Found the treasure! Oh no! Whatever will I do? It's the exact same rotation. I'm still a conjurer, so I don't have holy. This kind of sucks. It's a lot easier when you have holy. But yeah, now that I've killed all of the stuff that it summoned, I got some horn glue, fire shards, and high potions, as well as experience in guild. That was shit. That was absolutely shit. But that's also how treasure hunting works. And that was the lowest level of treasure. Once you get into the expansion ones, they're a lot better because you can get items that you can only get from treasures to make glamour items. So then either you can make the glamour item or you can usually sell it for a decent amount. If I've given anyone my Geisel Greens, it's probably after. So I need to get them back for myself. There they are. Thieving bitch. Okay. Right, we can go back to the Art Castle. And we can get the last rank up that we need with the Maelstrom in order to actually unlock hunts. There we go. So now, any gear that I get from dungeons or basically anything that isn't a grey background, I can hand over to them and get seals for it. Now, for this low-level shit, it's usually not that great. But, bearing in mind that I've run the first 4 dungeons a shit ton of times, I can sell these, and fair enough, I'm only getting like 100 each time. But as you get into the later stuff, you can get a lot more seals, and it can actually be a decent way of replenishing your ventures. Was that not what I needed? Is that not the rank? Second Storm Lieutenant. Is that not what I am now? Oh no, I'm a sergeant. Oh, Second Storm Lieutenant is all the way over here. Yeah, okay, so we're still a ways off. What do I need now? I need 7,000. I can get that. I can get that. Especially as the daily turn-in has literally just refreshed. And I already had a bunch of stuff crafted. It's pure chance based on your current level with each class, what comes up. But because I just already had a bunch of the stuff crafted from around my level, this has kind of worked out. And now I don't want to hand that one. That's potentially something that I can equip. It's currently set to hide things that are being used in my gear set. So I'm not going to get rid of something that I currently am using. But this is also a decent way of just getting rid of gear that you're not using. And it's really nice to be able to clear out your armory chest. I do wish that there was a quicker way. One Stormblood has the Goman Enclave that you can basically sell gear to. But they'll do it like you can give them 10 items at a time, and I kind of wish that was how this worked as well. So I need some of this stuff as well. I could mash 0 if I was if everything on there was stuff that I wanted to sell. But not all of it was. Yeah. Okay, so I need to make the fluorite thing. Why? Okay, I was not typing apparently. Fluorite. That needs silver ingots, which I think I've got a load of, yep. And fluorite, which I think I've got one of, yes. So I could craft that real quick. Hand that in, and then I think that'll get me close to 6,000. I can probably make some more of that. So, I need silver and fluorite. There's my fluorite. There's my silver. How many did I need? Alright, choker. Exactly that amount. Sweet. I am gonna start running low on crystals, which could be a little bit. We'll deal with that when we get to it. So goldsmith. Tried and true. You always want to do the ones that have stars because they give double. And if you can, you always want to give a high quality hand in because that'll give double again, so you can end up getting 4 times the seals experience. And I forget if it gives you gil as well. I don't remember. Do I have... I need a bronze barber, and then I need copper and brass. I've got copper. Don't have any brass. Okay. Could I make that, though? If I could, that would probably give me what I need. Hold on, what the fuck am I doing there? They have bronze. They need to make a bronze barber, which is this one, which needs bronze plate, bronze rivet, and copper ingot. Which means that I don't need to make the bronze, that's fine. I just need bronze. I normally try to not do this kind of shit on the stream, but I want to get leveled with the Maelstrom as quick as possible. Yes, the issue is going to be the copper ingot. I'm going to need to get some copper ore, because I don't think I... Damn it. I have... No, I do. I'm just an idiot. Yeah, it's right there. I'm just gonna grab those in case I need them. Okay. So, I need 1 bronze rivet. My armorer isn't quite as level as my goldsmith was, but that's fine because this is all low level kit. It doesn't matter, you don't need to be optimal. That's excellent. That really works for me. Okay, so... Is it this one, the decorated bronze? Yes. So I need brass now, which I don't have any. Do I have the stuff that I need to make? This. I think I have zinc, yes. Sundrop has zinc, but I need copper. I can buy copper. Okay, let's go buy some copper. I don't have to go far, because the blacksmith and armorer's guild will have it. course, I could just buy the brass ingot, which cuts out the middleman. It saves me some crystals. Okay. What do I need for the iron bill? I have you. I have you. I don't have any clove oil because I think I need to buy that. No, clove oil. I can buy it, and I am going to. But you can make it from cloves. I'll buy iron. Buy iron ore though. Check it then process. Yeah, don't have any. Okay, I've already crafted it, so I can just quick craft. So crafting at this level, and especially because I am not fucking around with Alchemist or Culinarian, is really simple and quite easy. Once you get into the higher level stuff, it becomes more complicated and you get master recipes, which can be a bit of a pain. Leveling your crafters gets a lot easier once you get the tribes, because in each expansion there is a tribe that you can use to get, you know, from level 50 to 60, 60 to 70, 70 to 80, and I presume 80 to 90 with your crafters and gatherers, which is a really easy way to grind them without having to do anything extra. You just do your dailies. Right, okay, this was blacksmith then. And it was the iron bill. Iron bill. So I need you lumber. Buy that. No, I can buy maple or ash. Maple or ash. Okay. Oh wait, no, because I have this. Sundrop has some. Okay. Forgot to grab it before we left, huh? But this is why I like... What am I doing? This is why I like Limsa. Everything that you use is in a relatively small area. You're using the best gear. Nope, now you are. So I made some new gear on the other crafters. I actually have some high quality iron that I can use, which will make this a little bit easier. Cool, so now we can hand all that shit in. First, let's get rid of some of the shit from our inventory that we don't need. Because gods, I do not want to start letting my inventory. I did it again. No, I don't want that. Fuck you. Don't want to start letting my inventory get filled up with just useless shit. Thank you. I am annoyed that I misread the, that should give me a good few levels. Oh yeah, my goldsmiths are now up to level 34. My armor is up to 24. Oops. And that's blacksmith up to 30. Nice. Oh yeah, apply for promotion. Now what do you need? Right, okay, so I need to do this quest. Sergeant Bunn, doing the Maelstrom proud as ever, I see. As a matter of fact, you're just the woman I was hoping would come along. House Zamiel of Ishgard is in some distress. You're just the one that they need to answer the call. Your task, travel to the Zamiel Darkhold and purge the subterranean fortress of Voidsent. Once you're ready, make your way to the central highlands of Kurthus. I trust you'll have little trouble finding the Darkhold. Ophelia, a retainer in the service of House Zamiel, will brief you in greater detail when you arrive. We await word of your success. Sweet, so that also means I've unlocked a new dungeon, which is going to be considerably higher level than any of the rest of the stuff that I have at the moment. But I have got to teleport to Kurthus because I had to kill something for the Maelstrom hunting log, and I was gathering here for some good experience. I've not touched guild leaves yet though, because I'm not anywhere near the cap for it. And I kind of want to wait until things get a bit higher level, where it takes longer, and then you can farm guild leaves very easily for certain classes. Also, it might not be a bad idea to use it for my DPS classes. Help with leveling them. I'm pretty sure I could also unlock Orm Vale right now. Which I'm not sure I want to do, but the DPS, the Disciple of War armor from Orm, it's kind of metal. What? Who goes there? Oh, you must be the reinforcements. I beg your pardon. Recent sights have left me as skittish as an untrained chocobo. Zamiel Darkhold, the name itself sends a shiver up the spine, does it not? The place has been infested by all manner of fearsome Voidsent of late. Why, I've even heard of word of statues coming to life. While we Ishgardians pride ourselves on seeing to our own defenses, the threat this time is simply too great. You'll see to those abominations, won't you? And now that's unlocked. Sweet. What level is that? That's 44. Ooh, and it's a dungeon that's part of the event. Okay. So I can currently only do it on my Conjurer, but that's fine. Anyway, we should probably get to doing what I was actually planning on doing today. And I think, given that I want to unlock Scholar, let's do Arcanist. Also means that I can stick around Limsa, where I've got the free teleport. In fact, I might just do the Limsa ones and do Rogue as well. Because then we'll have finished off all of the ones in Limsa. Am I using the best gear that I have? Yes, but it is the gear from Halatali, which means it's level 20. I'm level 30. Give me better gear! After, isn't it? Are you eating well? An empty stomach distracts the mind and leads to hurried judgment. I must often remind my Arcanists to take meals, so ensconced do they become in their studies. Speaking of such, have you been practicing your tactics with Carbuncle? I believe it's time to assess the improvement of your skills. As with your previous trial, I would have you defeat foes in Lower Lenosha. 3 wild dodos and 3 tiny madragoras, to be precise. Watch carefully the behavior of your opponent. Formulate an effective strategy and utilize your arcane entity to its fullest potential. I expect you back in time for breakfast. That's gonna be... What region is that? That's... lower. So, yeah, part of the rotation for Arcanist is using Aether Charge, which then allows me to summon the different gems of Carbuncle, which then imbues Gem Shine with the relevant element. They also have slightly different cast times and things like that, so Emerald has an instant cast time. Now I can summon Ruby, which changes my Carbuncle. Oh, and does it make my Carbuncle aggressive? Oh, I also have Outburst, which is the AoE. Which I forgot works with the different elements. Now my Carbuncle has changed back, and I can turn it into Emerald, which now gives me Wind element. With the instant cast. Which is a little bit nice. I like it. Right, back to Limsa. Although I could just teleport. I'm lazy. I also cannot wait for us to decorate this room, and for my new standing desk, or sitting standing desk, which comes this weekend, because my arm from using my mouse at the shoulder is hurting, so I'm struggling to find the right way to sit and to have my arm rests and everything, that I don't get fatigued. So yeah, nerd shit. Welcome back, After. It appears your coordination with Carbuncle is progressing at a satisfactory pace. Shall we test your growing acumen with a more practical examination? Our work at Mialvan's Gate requires us to inspect and record the content of incoming cargo. To simulate such a task, I have had several crates transported to the cliff south of the Zephyr Gate. I want you to examine those crates, then return the inspected cargo here to me. You'd be surprised at the depths to which some merchants will sink to deter our customs agents from performing thorough investigations. False bottoms, rotting food stuff. Shit like that. People are cunts. Oh god! Slugs! Whatever will I do? You good, kid? That a good book? I am not a threat. Pray ignore my presence for the present and allow me a moment to cogitate. The reaction to my sudden appearance was within expected parameters, but I must admit I did not expect so proficient a performance against the enemies set against you. Yet effective though your tactics were, I spied much room for improvement. As I watched your battle, the wheels of my mind whirled into motion, as they are wont to do, inventing other possible strategies you might have employed. Let's see, taking into account your current level of ability, factoring in the aetheric constant, multiplying by the number of opponents, then applying your tactics to other potential combat scenarios. Oh dear, my calculations indicate failure upon encountering threat level 9785. Well, we'll have to see what we can do about that. Though the opportune window to do so has passed, I would nevertheless introduce myself. I am Kalia, a Mialvan Gate Assessor. Acting Guildmaster Thubgrim elected me to oversee your training and provide any necessary guidance and instruction in the field of Arcanima. From what I've observed thus far, you have an admirable grasp of the fundamentals. I do, however, wish to confirm one small detail. Regarding your choice of arcane geometries, what factor most influences your actions during battle? Desire to outwit an enemy. Aha! Just as I predicted. And now I have the final element needed to perform another calculation. The probability of you becoming an Arcanist of note is 90%! Give or take 0.5%. Yes, the certainty is quite high after all. I only know of one other practitioner who responded to my question in the same manner. It was the man who bestowed upon me this grimoire, the Guildmaster himself. While our inscrutable leader is, as I'm sure you've heard, on an indefinite leave of absence, he did leave us with this most notorious saying to date. Strategy is a tool used to manipulate one's situation into the desired reality. No matter how gifted you and I might be, however, the instantaneous manipulation of reality that might cause us to suddenly become mighty Arcanists is beyond our present abilities. Discipline and experience is the finest strategy in this case. I suggest you continue to focus on refining your aptitude with Carbuncle. Mastery with an arcane entity will greatly improve your success as a wielder of Arcanima. Here ends your lesson for today. Pray, return directly to the guild. I believe Mistress Thubergheim is awaiting some inspected cargo. And what of myself? I'm off to the fields, of course. The tactics I reasoned out earlier must be attempted in real-life scenarios. Theory is all well and good, but there's no substitute for actual combat. We'll meet again soon. Bye, bitch. I'm lazy. And it's free. And then I can teleport straight from here to here. Whoops, wrong way. After. Have you returned with the cargo? Yes, everything seems to be in order. Relatively clear of blood and other gore. That could be something of a problem in our profession, you understand. I also had a word with Kylia regarding your performance. She seems eager to continue your training. An odd lass, I'll admit, but the guild can boast no finer mind for tactics. You would do well to heed the instruction she offers, particularly that which touches on the diligent approach to our art. Did you perhaps notice the battered tone Kylia carries? That initiate's grimoire has served her from the day she entered the guild. She has her reasons, but it's admittedly strange to see it kept all the way to her present position as Foreseer. I fear such an intense focus on Arcanima has left her to overlook other important aspects of life. As our master strategist guides your Arcanist training, I hope that you might return the favour and help to broaden her own perspective somewhat. But enough of such matters for the moment. You've done well this day, After. Continue your practice with Carbuncle as Kylia has bid. I'll be here when the time comes for your next lesson. It's time! After, the time for your next lesson is upon us. You are keeping well, I trust? Taking the occasional brisk walk. One cannot form sound thoughts if one fails to maintain a sound body. Now, assuming you've been following Kylia's instructions, you should be ready to face the most dangerous threats found in western Lenosha. I speak of roselings and wild jackals, and yes, I would have you vanquish 3 of each. It is the perfect sample size. The first acts as a preliminary test, the second to test your hypotheses, the third to perfect the tactics you've devised. Speaking of which, I trust your strategy will consist of more than simply flinging ruin over and over again. You are not the novice you once were, and your skills in the field ought reflect that. If you find yourself wanting for other approaches, consider an assault with ruin in tandem with attacks from your Carbuncle. When timed appropriately, you can deal a crippling blow to your opponent. It was Western, right? That she wanted me to go to. Whatever will I do? Ruin. More ruin. You'll take ruin and you'll like it. One of the downsides of doing this when you're already level 30, but everything dies so quickly. Given that that was a level 10 quest, I would fucking hope it does. But so far, the Arcanist guild hasn't been too bad. Welcome back, Arthur. How did it feel to conquer such ferocious beasts? Let us ride that wave of triumph onto an even more demanding and dangerous challenge. Your next training exercise will have you accompanying Forseer Kylia on one of her inspections. This experience will afford you the opportunity to witness firsthand the practical application of Arcanima. Pray, do not tarry. Kylia awaits you on the floor below with further details. Timely appearance, as I expected. Shall we proceed directly to the job at hand? I've been tasked with examining the wares of a goblin peddler caravan run by the Boylestocks family. Our agents suspect these beastman merchants of dealing in forbidden goods. As such, I've calculated that announcing an inspection has a 60% chance of inviting physical violence. I've prepared a strategy to respond to this possible shift into hostilities, but there is an important precondition you should be made aware of before we discuss the finer points of my plan. Though I am considered gifted in the formation of tactics, I lack the reflexes and coordination necessary to employ many of those selfsame strategies on the field of battle. Pray keep this factor in mind and adjust your perceptions accordingly. Now, should the goblins offer battle, you are to execute combat pattern 1345, otherwise known as Stratagem Focus Fire. You and your carbuncle will concentrate your attacks on a single foe, and one by one the enemy will wither under the combined onslaught. Probability of victory, 95%. Reports place the peddlers in the vicinity of the cookpot in Middle Lenosha. I'll depart immediately to assess the situation. Seek me out once you arrive. It's close enough to some of the farms that I'll just teleport. If I can avoid running around as much as possible, I will. At the moment, I'm not hurting the Gil. You know, 100k is still quite a lot for only being level 20 MSQ. It could definitely be higher. It's not that bad. Damn it, my little legs didn't quite get me there. I am Forseer Kylia of Mealvin's Gate. You are to cease all transactions and surrender your goods for inspection. Nasty, sneaky peekers. Gobby spit upland and nosy eyes on stabby iron. predictably aggressive response. Very well. Remember what we discussed. Oh yeah, I forget that Carbuncle actually does an attack when you stun them in their different forms. So he rushes forward and does a fire attack when you make him into Ruby, and then when he's Emerald, he does instant cast Wind Blasts. Which may or may not be AoE. I don't think they are. I think they're just damage. We will get Topaz from, I think it's the level 15 Arcanist. Nicely done! Adaptation, improvisation. I might have been observing our beloved Guildmaster himself in action. This was the perfect example of how the strategy for a given task should be tailored to the abilities of the assessor. In other words, before you began formulating your tactics, it's necessary to fully understand your own strengths and weaknesses. On that note, there is another question I would ask you. When it comes to improving the probable success of a strategy, do you consider it more effective to concentrate on playing to your strengths or shoring up your weaknesses? Oh ho ho ho! Again, you respond as the Guildmaster once did. I must revise the probability for your potential to attain greatness to 97%. You're one to keep an eye on, that much is certain. But to return to the subject of battle plans, your calculations must include an accurate assessment of your available techniques and their relative effectiveness. This requires you to be critically aware of your own limits, the limits of your allies, and the characteristics of your enemies. I believe that covers everything for today. Please return to the guild and make your report to Mistress Thubergeim. Till we meet again. I shall abide here until the Yellow Jackets arrive to take the peddlers into custody. My strategies will keep me company. Yeah, so far the Arcanist quests have been pretty good. Back from the field after, Alia contacted me with a summary of events. It seems you were treated to a lecture on knowing thyself. That particular lesson is ordinarily taught only to intermediate practitioners. Without a sufficient store of combat experience from which to draw, it's difficult to fully appreciate the profundity of such a seemingly simple truth. Nevertheless, I feel confident that you will soon be ready for a more ambitious assignment. Keep to your studies and maintain the razor edge of your mind. Yeah, this is when I get Topaz. I also get... Oh. I get Arcanum. No, I get Arcanum. I'm not entirely sure what that does, to be honest. You seem tired after. Are you sleeping properly? One's reasoning can suffer without sufficient rest and recuperation. Should you deem yourself fit for duty, pray make your way down to the practice floor. Borsia Kylia has requested you accompany her on another official inspection. There is, however, a requirement for your participation. The Forseer will explain the situation. Will she now? Will she? Excuse me. Thank you. I was beginning to think I'd miscalculated. Thank you for coming. I'll soon be boarding a trading vessel suspected of smuggling. All merchant ships that make use of Limpsa as ports are subjected to inspection by Mealvan Gate assessors. It's a routine I perform daily. In the case of smugglers, however, there is a 75% probability of encountering resistance. Thus, I'd appreciate your company during this assignment. It is now that we must discuss the requirement of which you were informed. Though I have full confidence in your martial expertise, it is imperative that you first acquire the ability to summon Topaz Carbuncle. Such knowledge will be released to you contingent on your acceptance of this duty. Very good. The arcane entity given form by the Topaz geometry will further expand your offensive capabilities. With such an ally at your command, even the harshest of enemies will falter before you. Indeed, we could not conduct these dangerous spot inspections without its support. Please return to Mistress Thubergeim and inform her of your participation. I will join you once I've completed some final adjustments to my tactical formula. You've agreed to accompany the force here, then I shall gladly instruct you in the use of Topaz Carbuncle. Pray, do not hesitate to employ this entity in combat should the inspection turn sour. That was really quick. I like that one. That was a good class quest. Give me more like that. Okay, so Topaz brushes the target and deals earth damage. Okay. We'll put them in the order that their gems appear. So this will be... Oh, okay, so that was like a separate level 15, and now it's the actual level. Never mind. The mercenaries Geisfrin and Thota are here to assist with the inspection. Both are old hands when it comes to escorting Kylia during her more dangerous duties. Well met. My spells are at your disposal. This won't be the first time we're expecting trouble, but as long as we follow the Force's tactics and keep a clear head, we'll come through just fine. The Morning Star is preparing to dock in Aleport. We'll meet our first challenge, however, before we even board the vessel. It is almost a certainty that the merchant ship has hired a thug or two to accost us at the pier. I calculate the probability at 98%. The crew wish to avoid attacking us on deck, you see, as that would all but trumpet their criminal intentions to the world at large. Now, once we do manage to clear the rails, we will face a deck crowded with armed sailors. For a small party such as ours, the most effective strategy will be to incapacitate individual foes as swiftly as possible. Each opponent we down is one less weapon raised against us. It is imperative that we do not allow ourselves to become tangled in multiple drawn-out skirmishes, lest we be overwhelmed. I call this Stratagem Hammerfall. Strategy is a tool used to manipulate one's situation into the desired reality. Keep those words in mind after. It is time we departed. Let us regroup before the main gates of Aleport. Ah, I love the clipping. Let us be about our task. Pray inform the steersman at the pier that we are ready to conduct our inspection. Should violence be offered, you are to execute Stratagem Hammerfall. Do not forget, your tactics are both your shield and your weapon. You're with the folks from Mealvin's Gate? Hell's bells. Knew there'd be trouble. Bonk. 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 Well then, I'm certainly glad to see you can handle yourself. You'll find the landing boat just down here at the end of this ramp. I'll have no part of what comes next though. Let's do it. Deftly handled after. Once again, I am reminded of our guildmaster. Thanks to your efficient response, we'll be able to commence this inspection earlier than I had calculated. We shall board the merchant vessel out in the bay. Esthota, if you would take the rudder, the Morning Star awaits. Since their welcoming party at the pier failed to deter us, I expect, with a probability of 85%, that our arrival will incite further belligerence. Our objective, however, is not to trade blows, but to gain access to the hold. It may behoove us to employ stratagem hardhead. The aim of our opponents is to buy time so that suspect goods may be tossed into the ocean. We do not intend to give them that time. We will bull our way toward the cargo hold as quickly as we can. It is a tactic fraught with risk, but one that your presence makes possible. Shall we begin? I am Forsyr Kylia. By the authority of Mealvin's Gate, I request that you surrender your goods for assessment. Well now, your timing couldn't be worse, lass. The old door's all rusted up, you see. Bloody thing won't open. You'll have to come back another day after we fix the hinges. I will see that cargo now. Any vessel entering a port of Limsa is bound by law to submit to a routine inspection. The law, is it? I reckon it's time our guests had themselves a little accident. Pitch 'em over the side. I did the wrong thing. Alright, go Topaz! Okay, Topaz. Topaz makes things a little easier. Well, there's more up here. Okay. And we're done. Okay, yeah, so the rotation is a bit more full with Topaz. I was about to say, why was I in soft focus? A masterful display. Now we can finally gain access to their cargo. Ooh. Jesus. I thought she'd just gotten knocked out. What have we here then? It's one of the bitch Admiral's lapdogs scampering about me ship. You're just like your mistress, always sticking your nose in where it ain't invited. No, it can't be. Ha! Recognise my pretty face, did you? But you were caught, exiled. Eorzea, are you hurt? Can you stand? Stay back. You stay away from me. Eorzea, please, calm down. What are your orders? I've had enough of your whimpering, and I've certainly had enough of these bloody books. It's clear you ain't learning anything from them. Reckon it's time you got a different kind of lesson. Huh? Hylia, no, preserve us. She's fainted. We must withdraw. Yeah, we can take them. After, quickly, back to the boat. We'll carry the Eorzea. Aye, that's right. You slink on back to your mistress, you worthless curs. So far, Marauders have had the worst class quests, purely because they've had us running around fucking everywhere. It's good to see you well. Yesfrin sent word ahead of your travails. An unfortunate turn of events, but considering the infamous Blackheart you faced, you might have fared much worse. Have you heard of the pirate Dozmagar? He was exiled from Limsa some years ago, but it appears he has chosen to defy the Admiral's orders. And once more he dares lay a hand on Eorzea Kylia? The poor lass must have been terrified. If I had known Dozmagar was aboard that ship, I never would have assigned her that duty. The assessor may require some time to recover. For Kylia, that man is a nightmare made flesh. Though her physical wounds will soon mend, there is little we can do to salve the hurt to her mind. You are concerned, angry mayhap. Harness that energy and channel it into your training. I predict we shall be needing your skills again before long. It is before long. Greetings, After! In case such doubts fill your mind, you should know that I am ever willing to lend an ear if you find your thoughts troubled. At the very least, I would have you know this, because it seems that Kylia does not. The Forseer has been missing since this morning. There have been other times when she has disappeared without a word, but we've always been able to find her. Alas, that is not the case this day. Were the Guildmaster here, he could deduce her whereabouts with nary a moment's concentration. I find myself beginning to wonder if those who devote themselves overmuch to Arcanima are more prone to bouts of wanderlust. But while I might wish to ponder further such oddities of character, we must needs organise a search party. Would you be so kind as to make inquiries in Hawker's Alley? It is not uncommon for Kylia's wanderings to take a path through the markets. You seek a Makote's agent of Mialvin's Gate? Why, yes, I've seen her. Spoke with her, in fact. She was, however, apprehended by the Yellow Jackets. The assessor was drilling me for details about a Quequorn smuggling ring based in Aleport. Then the soldiers arrived and took her away. If you wish to know her fate, then I suggest you speak with Grenade of the Coral Tower. Been a little minute since we were here. Forseer Kylia? Yeah, we brought her in for questioning regarding the reappearance of the pirate Dozmagar. A member of the Arcanist Guild, are you? And I see no reason to conceal the nature of our discourse. Perhaps you are already aware of this, but the Forseer was once held captive by that rabid sea dog. Few pirates sink to such depths of depravity as Dozmagar. It's been 6 years now since he was exiled from Limsa Laminsa for engaging in the worst kind of black market trading. And now the villain has returned? He is, however, both cunning and cautious, and continues to evade our troops. Thus we hope to borrow the knowledge of Forseer Kylia, whose experiences have given her an intimate familiarity with the way the scoundrel operates. At least that was our intent. After weathering a barrage of questions from the assessor, we found ourselves instead providing the details of our search. Should you wish to speak with Forseer Kylia, I imagine she's already returned safely to your guild. Back already? You were led to believe she'd returned here. I'm afraid not. So the Yellow Jackets told you something of her history with Dozmagar, did they? Perhaps it would be best if I told you the entire tale. Dozmagar's banishment was the result of a surprise inspection that revealed his involvement in an underground slave trade. The assessor that stepped aboard the pirate's merchant ship spoke of finding dozens of unwashed unfortunates crammed into that squalid hold. Among these prisoners was a young Makote, destined for some black market auction block. Though Kylia was initially too terrified to even speak, the Guildmaster brought her out of her fearful daze with the gift of an initiate's grimoire. Yes, the selfsame tome that she carried her entire career. I, of course, did not mention that Kylia's grimoire was... did you not mention that Kylia's grimoire was thrown into the sea? There are rumours that a Quequorn merchant of ill repute has retrieved the black market goods the crew of the Morningstar heaved into the ocean. Even now, he gloats over his salt-encrusted catch in Aleport. It's entirely possible that the Forseer's most prized possession was caught up in the Quequorn salvage net. I've no doubt now that Kylia has reached the same conclusion. To Aleport with you. That is where you will find our wayward assessor. Hello. Hello. Yes, yes. Combat pattern 256 should serve to cover all expected contingencies. You never know when you'll have to nullify a thaumaturge or two. My retrieval strategy is complete. Arthur, it's good of you to come. I was unable to calculate for certain if you would piece together my movements in time. Very little is certain when so many variables are involved. But there is good news. This prisoner here was kind enough to confirm that the trader who salvaged the Morning Star's jettisoned cargo did indeed retrieve a tome matching the description of my lost grimoire. Lamincent law and the policies of Mealvin's Gate would support the confiscation of goods connected to an official inspection. But, alas, my personal belongings do not fall under that definition. Thus, I intend to launch an unofficial offensive against this black marketeer and his cronies. The peddler has already departed for Candlekeep Key. It is a time I gathered to me such allies as I possess, and I count you as one among them. Despite the nature of this endeavour, Mistress Thubengeim has offered me her cooperation. If you would, pray join her at Oshgon's Embrace. That is where we shall ambush this disreputable Queequeg. And that is in an entirely different path. But that is fine. Hey, bitch! Greetings! Your arrival completes our small company. You are equipped for battle, I trust. We need not await Kylia's arrival. Once the Queequeg appear on the bridge, we spring our ambush. The strategy for trapping our target relies on the two allies we have concealed on the other side of the ravine. This pincer maneuver was, naturally, the Foreseer's idea. As for the targets themselves, the Queequeg are known as careful and cautious fellow. He travels with a small retinue so as to avoid attracting attention. Do not be fooled. Most bodyguards follow at a distance and will likely join the fray after hostilities ensue. Do not, however, expect any assistance from the Yellow Jackets. They cannot be seen aiding us in what amounts to a personal matter, but they are willing to turn a blind eye for Kylia's sake. In any case, the Foreseer's tactics account for our limited number and individual strengths. Victory is all but assured. Now, let us take up our positions and wait for the Queequeg to arrive. Let's do it. Oh, hey, I've got emerald for this. Okay, so a full rotation takes me through until the next use of Aether Charge. I see. I should probably be killing the healer, huh? Usually a good idea. I will keep the healing button down. Huh? I know, but I'm in the middle of the, like, instance fight. I cannot. Okay. So I should sort out my own. Oh. Welcome back, Tingles. Join. Oh, I need to actually pick it up, huh? Okay. I got it. Okay. Do you want to think about food? Okay. I don't know. 1 second. Back to it. Well executed, everyone. We were able to retrieve my grimoire. After, pray hand over the tome. Here you go. It's ruined! My wonderful grimoire is ruined! The probability of repairing this degree of damage is 0%. Even the most brilliant strategy cannot undo the ravages of seawater. I've never felt so defeated. I believe it is time that I returned home. Leave her be. But how can I? He's right, Estota. We must allow Kylia time to process the loss. And you have other matters to which you must attend. Come after. It's time we return to the guild as well. It's nice that this has been... It's shown how much they care for Kylia. It's kind of cute. So we've just ordered food. I should be able to finish off the Arcanist quests before it gets here. But we might only get the Arcanist ones done today. Not quite the victory we imagined, was it? The moment Kylia beheld her soaked and tattered grimoire, could see the light of hope die in her eyes. There is, however, something we can do. I'll call upon your aid soon, but in the meantime, we would be well served to deepen your knowledge of Arcanima. These are level 20, so I don't care. So many little blue fucks. Okay. Have you come to ask about Kylia's condition? Poor Seer is unchanged. She walks about as if all the joy in life has been leached from her soul. I believe the only one who can help her now is the same person who broke Kylia out of her shell the first time, our absent guildmaster. And though I am leery of the coincidence, The man himself has at long last been spotted. Should you seek out his last known location, it is unlikely he will still be there, and even should you catch him, he may not deign to speak with you. Nonetheless, it may be our only chance. Pray travel to Mimaroon's trading post in Upper Lenosha and speak with anyone who might have seen the Guildmaster. Oh, and one more thing. Though he prefers us not to use it for some inexplicable reason, our leader's name is K. Reed Tia. So he's a Nakote. Probably going to be best to go from Aleport up. Before we do end for the day, I do want to do the Dark Hole. So even if we do only do the Arcanist quests, if we then do Dark Hole, that then gives me that as an option to grind off stream, although I don't particularly need to. So I might wait until we've unlocked the jobs so that I can use it for other stuff. I don't know. Morning, miss! Hi, I was the one who sent word to your guild about spotting your leader. It's a right rare sight to see Caird Tyr roaming about. He asked me the way to Thalos. Could be he was seeking to speak with the scholar who lives out there. There are so many fucking words that I have no idea how to pronounce. So I'm just trying my best. Angatonga. Oh yes, I did receive a visit from a gentleman identifying himself as the Arcanist's guildmaster. An odd fellow, but obviously possessed of well-rounded education. As it so happens, he bid me pass on a message to anyone who came searching for him. Reunited, the 3 slips of parchment hold the problem to the solution. The guildmaster mentioned that the slips of parchment are concealed among the bones of Thalos. I suppose you're expected to search for them? Great. I'm doing another treasure hunt. I just realized what this quest is called. The Grimoire Fandango. Nice. There are a lot of really good quest titles in this, to be fair. Oh. I didn't even realize you could go down here. Question is, can I get back up? Or do I just have to drop down? I think I might have to drop down. Try parkouring? Oh yeah, that works. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm on my Arcanist. I got confused why he aggroed, thinking that I was on my 100 for a minute. You little son of a bitch. You know what? I can't be arsed dealing with you. Go to sleep. Oh yeah, I can't use my mount because I'm technically in combat. I also need to be careful of falling because you can die from fall damage if you're in active combat. Have you tracked down those 3 slips of parchment? Interesting. They actually exist. To be perfectly honest, I thought you'd been sent on a wild dodo chase. Let's have a look at these, shall we? Well, well, penned in ancient Allegan, no less. Fortunately for you, I have a passing familiarity with the script. Seek the box at Fool's Falls, dance a jig for your wooden audience, claim the secret from the opened heart. Most cryptic set of instructions, I must say. Do you intend to follow them? This guildmaster of yours certainly enjoys his games. Certainly does. Yeah, no. Go this way. Dance for the box. The box rattles and thumps about, as if something within seeks to be freed. It appears the lid has been loosened somewhat. Push it! Does that count as opened yet? Thank you. Find a slip of parchment. If there are answers you would seek, then to the trading post now go. Before the owner be not meek, with your 2 feet provide a show. Do I have to dance to the trading post owner? Interesting. I must dance for you as well. Dance! I do a little twirl. That is how I dance. Hey, Guildmaster. Ah, now that was most entertaining. Must have something to amuse me during these little jaunts back to civilization, you understand. Based on my evaluation of your abilities, however, I calculate that you would arrive at this point somewhat earlier. You balked at the dancing, didn't you? Never expected you to be so shy. Another variable to add to your list of characteristics. I keep extensive mental notes of all the guild's members, you see. As an Arcanist, it was a simple matter to engineer events so that I might meet you face to face. After all, strategy is a tool used to manipulate one's situation into the desired reality. And I do so enjoy seeing others dance in the palm of my hand, as it were. Here, you may have this. Think of it as a payment for your performance. Though you might consider passing the tome on to Kylia, that is the reason you sought me out, was it not? Before you give Kylia the grimoire, however, I must insist that you dance for her. I will know if you don't. All this banal interaction has simply exhausted me. It is time I return to my studies. You, on the other hand, should travel forthwith to the anchor yard in Limsa. Be well after. We shall meet again. I'm 100% certain of it. Well. I didn't expect to be dancing. The, you know, the logic-based class. I've not done any of the dancer quests other than unlocking the dancer, so I don't even know if you do a lot of dancing as the dancer. Oh yeah, I should unlock Samurai. My mind is ordinarily a whirlwind of probabilities and feints and counterattacks. Now there's naught but silence. This is how it once used to be. Perhaps how it always will be from now on. I dance! Were you always one for dancing? I don't recall any such Wait. You've met with our guildmaster, haven't you? Yeah. Yeah, I did. That would explain your odd behaviour. He does so enjoy seeing people perform unexpected acts of frivolity. But what could have spurred our reticent guildmasters to speak with you in person? Take the grimoire! He gave you this grimoire to give to me? Uncanny. It's identical to the tome I received the first time I ever met our leader. You have my thanks. The guildmaster is fond of games and mischief, and I understand the troublesome trials he likely put you through before deeming you worthy of his attention. With this gift, however, his message to me is abundantly clear. I am to shape reality into the one I desire. And that means defeating Dozmaga. Gods, my mind is alive again with strategies. Must have time to think. Pray inform Mistress Thubergeim of my return to duty. You know what? It's free, and this will be quicker. I keep saying that to remind myself of it. Sorry, I got a weird notification from Just Eat for the food that we ordered. Ali has recovered from her despondency. This is wonderful news, and we have you to thank for it. It is unfortunate, however, that both Kylia and our guildmaster are possessed of such impenetrable personalities. At least in the case of the Foreseer, we have an inkling as to the nature of the cage that imprisons her. I continue to hope that her partnership with you shall gradually pry those bars apart. Return to your training, and prepare yourself for the demanding tactics Kylia is sure to formulate in the days ahead. I might actually want some of this. Mainly the boots. I've been expecting you. As ever, Kylia's predictions prove accurate almost down to the moment, and her mind is especially sharp with such a dangerous confrontation in the offing. The Yellow Jackets have contacted us with words of Dozmaga. It appears his merchant vessel is presently anchored off the coast of Bloodshore. Once the pirate's business there is concluded, rumour has it that he intends to embark on an extended voyage to the east. It will be some time before he returns once more to Limsa Lominsa. If we pass up this opportunity, Kylia will lose her chance to settle the score with Dozmaga, and we risk the Foreseer stumbling once more into blackest melancholy. Simply getting close enough to Dozmaga will prove difficult. Kylia has, however, already formulated a solution, and has set her grand strategy into motion. Your first task in this undertaking is to travel to Costa del Sol, and deliver this set of directions to a fisherman by the name of Rilzarin. More instructions will be forthcoming. It's not really worth the aetheryte for. This is further away than I thought. If I must. Oh, well that's a good start. What is it you want, lass? As you can see, my hand's full with my fishing. Ah, thanks for that. I've been told to expect you. Here, you're to take one of my earrings and deliver it to the cook, Apollonia. Okay, my boots are better. Thought I would have gotten a better grimoire as well, but perhaps not. Hey, Apollonia. Yes, and how might I help you? Master Geguruju is expecting his midday meal any moment now. Fresh herring. Why, the master does enjoy a bite of broiled fish of an afternoon. This might even earn me a few extra coins for this week's wages. Well, you have earned yourself one of my homemade eel pies. I should tell you, though, your Arcanist colleague was quite insistent that you take the pie to Master Geguruju rather than scoff it down yourself. This. Yeah, this is. There he is. Hello. And what brings you to my, and I use the term facetiously, humble abode, dear madam? Such a heavenly aroma. Are you perchance carrying an eel pie about your person? How commendable that you should research the delicacies that tickle my fancy before daring to intrude upon my most ponderous of ponderings. Speaking of ponderous, well, I was speaking of it at least. I have a hefty purse of gild to persuade you to relinquish your claim on that pastry. One moment, if you will. I've been instructed by a Mealvan Gate assessor to hand over this message to whoever delivers an eel pie to Master Gegaruju. Take the purse you receive from Master Gegaruju and hand it to the dancer Ialdagith as she prepares to return home. What the fuck? There's so many steps to this. Yes, if you're looking for a dancer, then I would first see your coin. I have 3 children to feed and no time to waste on idle chat. Oh my, that is quite a purse. My precious darlings will eat like kings this week. And such a simple job as well. I was told to expect you, you see. In return for the coin, I'm to give you these. The leather satchel is from your Makote friend, and the pareo is from me. That last item you are to deliver to Drogo, the warehouse foreman. Why is this so complicated? What's the end result going to be? This has just been a very long chain of fetch quests. Not even fetch quests, just deliver quests. Ain't got time for the likes of you. If you don't get me work squared away soon, the master will have me head on a pike, huh? You got something for me, you say? Hey now, ain't this Eldagith's pareo? That Makote lass said someone would be bringing me a gift that I couldn't refuse, and stick me with a pitchfork if she weren't telling the God's own truth. Here, you're supposed to have this bottle of wine. Take it to the Flying Shark and pour a cup for the sailors what are drinking there. That's what she told me to tell you any road. Watch me back if I was you though, lass. Them sailors are the meanest bunch of cutthroats I ever did see. You want me to taste your wine, eh? Well now, I ain't one to pass up free grog. Lemier's teats! Now that's a bloody fine drop. If we ship this stuff to the east, we'll be selling bottles by the crate. You're coming with us back to the Morning Star. The captain will want to have a word with you. There's a good lass. And as for you, Miss Dancer, you stick close to old Hirscrap. Get damn cold on them long sea voyages. Oh. Hey. Shh, we'll talk later. You ready then? We'll be off as soon as the boat's loaded. Ah, fine grog and a fine woman. The captain will be pleased with this all. Pray, do not stare so. This was the most expedient method of gaining access to the ship. I will take that satchel from you now. You may have it back after I take the items I need. Hey, what mischief are you two about? I was merely borrowing some clothes. You wouldn't wish me to catch a chill from this brisk ocean air, would you? You'll be dancing yourself warm once we get you on the ship, lass. Better slip off that ratty robe before you meet the captain. Of course, of course. I'll be happy to show him the performance that awaits. The bitch Admiral's lapdog. Come back for that lesson, have you? It is I who shall be teaching this day. My lecture will focus on the manipulation of reality through applied strategy. Enough of this damn yapping. By the time I'm done with you, you'll remember who your real master is. What the fuck? Yep, clearly got line of sight there. Definitely. You rabid little cur. Our numbers matter not. It is the strategy that will win this battle. Prepare yourself, Dozmaga. With your defeat will I cast off the shackles you closed on my soul. You think so, eh? Think your fancy magics are a match for my blade? You got another thing coming. Okay. Whoops. That is our first death that actually counts as a death. And I didn't have Burnbot running. Well. That's purely because I got lazy and didn't try and dodge. Whoops. Also, it'd be great if I could get this to want to work, but it doesn't really want to. Can't actually maximize. Yes, maximize the window and then I can move. Good. And if I can. Death. There we go. Cool. Back to it. No, we're going normal. Fuck that easy shit. It defaulted to very easy. I died once. Purely because I was trying to do it with one hand, for the most part. But we can skip this stuff, because we've already seen it. Yeah, I think I'm going to be better off just using Ruin. Outburst doesn't really seem to do that much. How fucking dare you fully heal? There we go. That's better. And the food is on the way. Dozmaga now faces defeat. He will flee to the starboard rail. Obvious. Next comes his attempt to escape into the sea. You think you're pulling my strings, do you? Think I'll dance to your tune? Well, I ain't falling for your bloody tricks. It is at this moment he notices the yellow jackets I had you summon in my explicit instructions to Razern. You were a fool to return, Dozmaga. I hear you're fond of shackles, so we brought a set especially for you. So, when you're playing as a magical class, avoid the AoEs in level scale content, otherwise you will die. Thus concludes today's lecture. Thank you, After. This strategy would not have succeeded without your flawless execution. Which suggests that my tactics yet require more work. One must allow for some small deviation in performance. I believe, however, that I now understand where my calculations went awry. It is not enough to wish to shape reality. One must also have a complete understanding of the reality one wishes to obtain. It is time I sought out our guildmaster. Whee! Pray convey to Mistress Thubergine my fondest wishes, my appreciation for all that she's done for me. The true test of my strategies now begins. This isn't going to be the end of the quest, though. Welcome back. There's much I would ask you, but first, may I have the satchel you received during your assignment? Ah, that's why. I don't know why. Couldn't have just handled that differently. The original owner needs her costume back, you see. I'll make sure everything is returned safe and sound. Now, let us speak of Kylia. I'm glad to know that she has freed herself to pursue her heart's desire, and you are to thank for awakening the Foreseer to her self-imposed fetters. The brilliance of Kylia's strategy served to blind her to her own feelings. It pained me to see her suffer so. Your example may even encourage Kylia to improve her combat abilities, although such will surely come in time. After all, she intends to study under the Guildmaster's direct instruction. Imagine those two obsessive Arcanists and the complexity of the tactics they'll develop. It may very well be that your actions in bringing them together will prove the catalyst that sparks a new era of invention in the art of Arcanima. You too should look to the improvement of your discipline if you are to keep pace with all that is certain to follow. To that end, I offer you a new technique, one I pray allows you to more readily drive back your foes on the battlefield. I think that might be my food. it was indeed my food. So I suppose that has worked out in now being a good time to finish up. So we've got an upgrade for our ruin. Okay. That'll just do more damage now. Yeah. That's all of the Arcanist quests. We need to complete a couple more MSQs before we can unlock the secondary job quests, which will give me the 30 to 50 quests. We could go over to Uldar and pick up Samurai. There isn't really much need in me picking it up other than having a DPS class at 50. I think I should be able to pick it up now. Yeah, I can. Way of the Samurai. Where do you get the red mage? Oh, it doesn't need any specific stuff. And it's from the Steps of Thal. We're currently on the Steps of Nal, I think. Yeah, the Steps of Nal. So I could grab Samurai from you, and I could grab a red mage. I thought it was MSQ locked, but no, that's blue mage. We can do that on Saturday. We can unlock Samurai and Red Mage. Then I guess we'll do the Dark Hold then as well. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Where I probably won't I won't focus on leveling anymore. Because except maybe for crafters and gatherers, which obviously don't matter that much, until I get them to 50, and then we can start doing the quests for them. But otherwise, I'm probably going to try and grind some tomes for the current event. So yeah, have a good one. See you next time. Later.